Emil Haury's work in Southwestern archaeology was foundational for so many of the studies that we do today. He was one of the first to excavate at sites that are now considered to be representative of all of the different areas that archaeologists in the Southwest work.
He is in many ways the father of Southwestern archaeology. He helped to found tree ring dating. He found some of the earliest evidence for early man in North America. He carried out research in every area of the Southwest.
One of my favorite experiences with him was after a seminar. There were about a dozen of us, and we went up to the Mogollon Highlands. We went up to Point of Pines, a site where he had excavated, and he talked about tree ring dating. And he talked about being part of the discovery of the sample that secured the bridge across the gap between a floating relative chronology of prehistoric sites with an historically dated calendar.
We're here in front of this wonderful ceramic thing. You could bring him a potsherd the size of your thumbnail, and he would dig into the memory bank in his head of all of this pottery and tell you something about it. And of course, the importance of that is that pottery changes in styles, and those styles have different time periods, which are now dated by tree ring dating. So if you're digging a crummy old site with no evidence in it, and that little potsherd links you into this wonderful range of material, it was a great advantage. When you look at Southwestern archaeology today, you find that a great many of the ideas that people are dealing with either depend upon work that he did or are stimulated by something that he did and has led them off into some future direction.
My own work has been in building databases of ceramics to be able to come up with large-scale patterns of migration and interaction. We would not be able to do this work to understand the large-scale transformations that happened with migration and subsequent movement of people into other areas without Emil Haury's foundational work.
People look at tree rings to find out about carbon dioxide enhancement of the atmosphere, having to do with the kind of greenhouse gases. People look at tree rings to help understand stream flow and fire histories and insect predation.
Emil Haury was one of the first board members of the Western National Parks Association. He worked with archaeologists, he worked with community members. He was very famous for having strong affiliations with other organizations interested in historic preservation in the Southwest. I think that it's also the research in the national parks that is so important for understanding his contributions. We wouldn't know some of the basic histories of the areas in which the parks are located without having his work to rely on.